Hello again. I'm out near Entiat, Washington on a little road trip around the Lake Chelan area, and it's really cold today. It's well below freezing, and there's a breeze, and when the breeze blows it is really cold. So I found a nice place to park where I'm near my car, near my 4Runner, so I can climb back in the 4Runner and warm back up for a bit. Should be pretty consistent light. It's just about midday. I'm gonna paint this scene here. I like the little boat dock going out into the water, and really like those snow-covered hills behind. I want to catch this shadow pattern before it disappears, so I'll try to move quickly. I'm gonna go with a 12 by 16 inch panel, even though I want to move quickly and it's cold. I'm in the sun here, so hopefully I won't freeze too much. I'll start with a quick sketch, small brush, and just try to capture the main elements, and then I'll go into the turpentine wash. After that, I'll mix the paints, use a little bit of Neil McGilp to get a nice consistency. When it's cold like this, I like to add some Neil McGilp to get the paint nice and buttery so that it flows smoothly onto the panel. I'm going with a Gorilla Painter oil primed linen panel today. I'll get as far as I can. I'm not too worried about finishing it here on site. As long as I get the main color scheme down and the idea of the scene down, I'll be happy. Okay, now I'll go with this large bristle brush and do a quick turpentine wash. Go with a little bit of cerulean and ultramarine for the sky. The sky is a really vibrant cerulean blue today, with a few clouds. Go ahead and map in the big shadow shape while it's there with the same mixture with just a little more alizarin, added. The shadow's already moved on from this. So if your light is changing quickly, it's good to get your shadow pattern mapped in. If there's a strong shadow pattern that you like, it's good to get that mapped in early while you can, before it changes too much. I'll use that same mixture for the water. Took a different little bristle brush and throw in a little bit of cad yellow in the snow, the sunlit snow areas. Now as this tips away from the sun, it's getting a little more alizarin, so I kind of like it that my brush is picking up some of that alizarin that I put down. Now for this warm rock area, I'm going to use a little bit of burnt sienna with alizarin. Maybe a touch of orange, a touch of cad red, a touch of this cad yellow. Then I'll add a little bit of cad red down here for this vibrant reddish foliage, this vibrant scrubby brush. Throw in a little bit of cad yellow as well for some of the pines. The sunlit, the facelit pines are really a warm green, so if I paint a nice warm green over that orange, I think it'll work well. Now before this sets up completely, I'll take a Evergreen flat, Rosemary Evergreen flat with a little bit of turpentine and just carve out some of the lightest lights. If I start from the top, it'll wash down and then I won't mess up the work I've done. I'm not staying too exact to what I'm seeing out in the scene. I'm changing things a bit to try to simplify it, and also kind of reacting to what the wash did, where the wash made some interesting abstract shapes. I'm leaving those and just trying to build on them a little bit. But I'm keeping in mind the light on the scene. The light's coming from this direction, so I want to make sure that my lightest faces are facing the sun. Alright, there's the turpentine wash in. Now I'm going to clean my palette and go sit in the truck for a minute and let my face warm up, and have a cup of coffee, and then I'll come back out and mix the colors for the scene. Pretty happy with it. I'm liking what the abstract shapes are doing in the wash. It's kind of interesting. I want to try to keep it as much of that, stay consistent with that as much as possible in the finished painting. Alright, I've got my colors mixed up, but there are clouds rolling in and the wind is picking up, so I am freezing in spite of a heavy coat and my heated gloves. I am just freezing, so I'm going to take these colors that I mixed up back to the studio and I'll finish the painting based on those colors and based on the photos that I took. It's a beautiful spot. I'd love to come back on a little warmer day and do a full plein air painting, do a full painting from here, but it's just a little too brutally cold. If you'd like to support the channel, please visit my website. I sell these little plein air pieces at a reasonable price because I consider them practice. It really makes me happy when someone likes my art enough that they want to hang it in their home. You can also sign up for my newsletter and stay up to date on my new work and shows and get a discount on original art and prints.